For those of us who may be over 50, might have to deal with a little memory loss situation as I do. And on the way over, I jotted a few things down because I knew I would get up here and forget what I wanted to say. However, I did jot a few things down. The only thing is I can't find the paper. I want to read off. Give me a second. I think I feel it in here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, here goes. I think you all will agree that when you first met Brian, it did not take long to realize what a fine young man and gentleman he is. And what a wonderful job his parents did in raising him. Krista, consider yourself lucky. I think you met one of a kind. May God bless both of you and the journey that you're about to embark on. God bless you.
All right, have it one more time, a round of applause there, the proud father of our bride.
Hey everybody. I wanted to start off by thanking everyone for being here to celebrate Krista and Brian's big day. Krista, as always, you look absolutely beautiful. And Brian, you don't look so bad yourself. I'm truly honored to be standing here by your side on the best day of your life. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Krista's younger sister, Tiffany, currently single. Krista and I go way back. I was born a year after her, and we were the best of friends growing up. Our mom used to dress us in identical clothes with terrible hairstyles, circa the 1990s. I used to copy off of everything that Krista did, something that without a doubt, drove her crazy. In reality, I only did this because I looked up to her more than anyone in life. She was and truly is a beautiful person with a kind heart. Now, I say this regardless of the fact that Krista got mad at me and shoved my head under a faucet of burning water when we were 10 and 11 years old. But that's besides the point. As kids, Krista and I would play bride and groom at my mom and pop-up's house. We would wear an old communion dress and fight over who would get to be the bride. By default, our brother Jimmy was always forced to be the groom. Sorry, Jimmy. Now Krista has a groom of her own. Brian coming into Krista's life was truly a blessing. He is kind, loving, and incredibly smart. I've never met a better problem solver. Brian is probably the most patient person that I know. We all know that you need to be patient in order to deal with us Murphy girls, right, Ashley? Yeah. Brian will admit that this was not an easy process, but that it was no doubt worth it in the end. I've been lucky enough to get to spend a lot of time with Krista and Brian. Every few weeks we have a sleepover and movie night. Now these nights are usually entertaining, except for the fact that Brian picks terrible movies. He won't admit to this. I've always known that Brian loved Krista. However, this was more evident than ever when we went on vacation this past summer. Brian almost let me drown in the ocean to save Krista. For those of you who haven't already heard this story, I'll give you a recap. We went on vacation in Wildwood in July. It was a particularly stormy weekend and the waves were rough. The lifeguards warned beachgoers of dangerous rip currents. Brian went into the water with Josh and Ashley, our other siblings, while me and Krista stayed on the beach. After a while, we decided to join them in the water. As we were walking out to the water, I thought, they're out really far. But that didn't stop us, but that didn't stop us two idiots from joining them. We were fine at first, but then I realized that my feet weren't touching the bottom of the ocean. I attempted to swim back, but wasn't able to. That was when we realized that all 5 of us were stuck in a riptide and getting sucked into the Atlantic Ocean. The lifeguards whistled for us to come closer to the shore. Unfortunately, we could not. Krista and I began to panic. We waved for help. It was a few minutes before the lifeguards. Sorry about that. It was a few minutes before the lifeguards came out to get us. Brian was swimming closer to me and grabbed me to help me calm down and swim, but Krista was panicking. Brian left me and swam over to Krista, telling my sister Ashley to get me instead. After the lifeguards came out to get me and Krista, we were instructed to give them a play-by-play account of what had happened. Meanwhile, Brian, Josh, and Ashley returned to our spot on the beach. Me and Krista thought we were going to die. Brian? Well, he thought he was going to die of embarrassment. Brian sunk into his beach chair and hid under his hat. He mumbled, "Can we go now?" Clearly mortified at the scene that we had just caused in the water. As I sat down in my seat, I recalled in my head what had happened. Now, I realized there was nothing funny about this near-death experience. But when I was thinking about this incident, I thought about how Brian ditched me in the water. That was when two thoughts crossed my mind. I thought, well, shit, he just threw me to the wolves out there. Really, dude? Then I thought, that's true love, man. That's true love. In all seriousness, it makes me truly happy when I see Krista and Brian together. They complement one another perfectly. Before I end, I wanted to have everyone raise a glass while I cite an old Irish blessing. Raise your glasses, people, come on. May love and laughter light your days and warm your heart and home. May good and faithful friends be yours wherever you may roam. May peace and plenty bless your world with joy that long endures. May all of life's passing seasons bring the best to you and yours. Congratulations, Krista and Brian.
Alright, me and Brian are pretty close. We're 11 months apart. We've been together forever. I love him to death, and Krista, you're amazing, and I'm glad that you're the person that he's going to be with the rest of his life and take him away from him. I appreciate it. Thank you.